for a season, get it popping off like Pompey. Parked up Melrose, she wanna get up on me in the broad day.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Celtics in Boston. For the Celtics, they won their last contest.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Everyone in their seats here in Boston to watch the Celtics on the home court. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The Hornets would love to finish off this road trip on a good note. A great start to the season for them, notching 3 wins to tip it off.
And checking out Charlotte, they've never been able to take that next step this season and really break away from the...
So the Hornets win the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Hornets, we've got Chris Bosh, Jeremy Lamb out there with Kemba Walker. Then there's Howard. And it's Batum in at the 3. Smart. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist.
Well, Brad Stevens started his own preseason coaching summit in Boston. This guy is clearly dedicated to his craft. He's dedicated to learning from his peers. He is always watching games from every different angle to try to learn.
And that one, good.
Yeah, and I love how strong Tatum is finishing through the contact there. He's shown a real toughness in terms of when he gets in attack mode.
And the rejection by Monroe. To the middle. Here's Smart. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. And rumor has it Brad Stevens used to keep a pad of paper for every TV in the house to sketch plays that he saw in games.
Well, those were the old days. Now he can just text an assistant with the game and timestamp, and then he reviews a marathon edit of plays for things he can use. Oh, the beauty of technology.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Walker with it, guarded now by Irving. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Clifford. Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he thinks their length should be an edge in this one. He told me our shot blocking can really help us as long as we play smart and avoid fouls. We want them to shoot over our length. That's one thing we do bring to the table. We'll see if that works out, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Their game plan appears to be putting that defense front and center in this one.
Yeah, and that's where they're going to put their energy early on. They don't want this to become a run-and-gun type of game.
I do think they'll benefit if they're certainly controlling the tempo, and that's why the emphasis is on the defensive end of the floor. Get back quickly and build your defense. Boy, the offense is really clicking. 4 for 5 from the field to start. Nice.
Here's Monroe, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
This team is rolling right now. Still haven't missed a shot.
It's tipped. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Lays it in off the breakaway. Irving's got 5 points so far.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment.
And with all the talk about Kyrie coming to Boston, you still have to figure how he'll fit in to the team. Has this year and next left on his contract, player option after that. But with his scoring and shooting, should make this offense even more potent.
Now here's Lamb, guarded by Smart. Walker's shot is off.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Smart kicks to Tatum. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And here we go. The first in what will be a 3-game season series between the two teams.
You know, right out of the gates, one team gets a lead with the head-to-head advantage, bragging rights, if you will, over the other. And tonight, it starts.
The free throw good from Howard. And just a year ago, it seemed that things were set in place for Howard, playing for his hometown team. But in a surprise trade, he was moved out to Charlotte.
And there seems to be a lot of reasons for the trade. I mean, Howard wasn't the right fit in Atlanta. A team trying to get smaller and younger. Never easy to get traded from your hometown team.
And both free throws good for Howard. Of course, you talk about versatility of players, but as a broadcaster, been a courtside reporter, game analyst, a studio host, you name it. What do you prefer to do? What do you like most?
There's no question about it, Kev. The analyst role is the absolute most fun. Now, the only thing that might push that over the top is to sit beside the great Kevin Harlan.
There's Walker with the three. The shot misses. Now Boston takes it the other way. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And I was impressed with how comfortable they looked in that environment, made the most of their possessions.
They were extremely efficient, Greg. They ran their offense well and took good high percentage shots.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, there's no doubt. They were sharp on the offensive end. The bench guys just did a sensational job bringing their A game.
Cody Zeller's checked in for Charlotte. Hornets trail by 12. Walker dishes to Kaminsky. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Morris with the ball. Rebounded by Kaminsky. For Charlotte, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. That one a little long.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Count that one.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
And you can blame it on a terrible defensive breakdown, one that could possibly swing the momentum here.
And it's good, 2 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Hornets trail by 14. And Walker kicks to Zeller. The feed to Kaminsky. Walker with it. Conley picks him up. Williams a screen. Here's Walker. Passes to Williams. Fires from the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Celtics leading by 12. Here's Conley. And the jumper from down low is good.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now. Inside,
Irving. Lays it up off the glass. Irving's got 10.
Boy, this guy has been transcendent this quarter. Something really lit a fire underneath this guy.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Outside, Walker. Brown against Williams. Kaminsky kicks to Walker. 5 to shoot. Walker is screen on Irving. Kaminsky the pass to Williams. The rebound by the Celtics.
And you know, he's got the ability, but the question is that really the best shot you can get?
You know, I don't think so, Greg. The defense will give up that deep a shot all day. You got to continue to move the basketball.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. It's the Celtics up by 16. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says
Basketball, this is my passion, on the court. It's my sanctuary. I want to have fun. The reason.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
I think their play calling has been exceptional. They've played with purpose, and they've played with aggressiveness.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Walker and Batum teaming up in the backcourt. MKG and Williams are the forwards. And it's Zeller in at the 5 spot. And last season, I think, Greg, there was a time when Kemba Walker was playing basketball, as well as any point guard in the NBA.
No doubt. I mean, not to say he's the best in our league, but he is certainly climbing up the list. You can't ignore his impact on this team. Has worked to improve each season he's been in the league.
Over in the corner, Williams. Another miss by Williams. Celtics leading by 16. To the paint. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And the Hornets call time here. And last season, Greg, one big issue for the Hornets was their bench.
And Charlotte tried their best to address that issue this past offseason. It just goes to show that you need to have a complete roster to compete. A lot of games were given away by the Hornets last year by losing ground when the starters left the court.
Some changes for Charlotte. Howard's checked in for Zeller. Wash comes in for Williams. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Hornets trail by 18. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Poked away and stolen by Hayward. Smart kicks to Tatum. Conley sets a screen for Tatum. And it's Baines missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his third foul of the game.
Third foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Shoots from 12. And that one comes up a bit short.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Here's Tatum, and that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. 8 points. For Jason Tatum.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Screen by Howard. Here's Lamb, and Lamb slams it home.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
Hornets trail by 21. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Tatum's shot is off.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Howard with a screen on Conley. Walker dishes to Howard. Oh!
And those broad shoulders of Howard, tough to navigate when he's setting the screen.
Now here's Tatum. He's tightly guarded. Chalk up 2 there. Tatum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Smart. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Tatum. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Walker with a clean look and a miss there on the triple.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
It's stolen by Lamb. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Launches it. And it's Mike Conley with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Doris, so much offense is perimeter generated right now. What, if anything, could get us back to running more plays, say, through the post?
Do you think we could reinvent Hakeem Olajuwon or perhaps Patrick Ewing or
I
Bill
wish we
Russell?
could. I wish we could.
Because I know this.
Good point.
Every time I walk by a pickup game on the outside, you see guys sprinting to the three-point line and looking to be Steph Curry.
I know. So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. And if there's one weakness for the Celtics, it's rebounding. Last season, Doris, one of the 5 worst teams by rebound rate.
Right. They're not worried about their offensive rebound rate, Kev. They want to get back in transition. But to me, it's the second chance points for their opponents where they need to be better.
Boston making a switch here. Kuzminskis has checked in. The Hornets also changing it up. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Bosch. And it's Williams in for Kid Gilchrist.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
Here's Kuzminskis, and the layup's good off the glass. Kuzminskis has got his first basket of the night.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Shots good by Williams.
You hope that's a wake-up call for the defense, boys, because you give them that clean a look and it's over.
Celtics passing it around. Got that bucket in no time at all. Kuzminskis has got 5 now.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
Well, both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
And Lamb kicks to Walker. The 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Boston's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Now here's Hayward. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And Kuzminskis gets it to go.
Well, this is what you hope for from your franchise guy. Total unselfishness. Gordon Hayward with a pretty look.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Kuzminskis. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq, got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Out in front at the half is Boston. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
And Big Fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound. They were off. but they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
That's it for halftime.
And as we return, we get a look at the Boston skyline. Those drone cameras are really something. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
His points production thus far, off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
Boston's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. We've got Aaron Baines, Conley out there with Brown, and it's Marcus Morris, and it's Kuzminskas in at the 4. That's the Boston 5. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Kuzminskas the pass to Baines. In the corner, it's Morris. And Baines kicks to Kuzminskas. Hands it from downtown. Kuzminskas has got 13 points.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Outside, Batum. Bosh, the screen. And Batum kicks to Bosh. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, superb awareness, Greg, right? Not allowing them to get comfortable running their offense, being super aggressive.
And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Just 3 to shoot. Lamb tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Kuzminskas, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. That's a foul on Charlotte. The Celtics shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Something everyone seems to be doing these days, Doris, polishing their jumper, making sure that it becomes, you know, the first thought perhaps as they work on things in the offseason. In your opinion, who in the NBA has the smoothest shooting stroke, the best style?
Well, given that Ray Allen is retired in the last couple of years, he would have been the first guy to come to mind. My present best shooter, and the guy who gets it off the fastest and is the most likely to incinerate a defense in a short period of time. That would be one Mr. Klay Thompson, arguably one of the best two-way players in today's NBA.
Great word, incinerate, because he can be so hot and so dangerous. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. On the wing, Batum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 6th assist on the night. Now a timeout called by Boston. And as great as Nicholas Batum is, the one issue he's dealt with, Greg, his entire career is staying consistent during games.
And with his skill set, it is hard for Batum to be completely absent. He can play, though, too passively at times when you know what he's capable of. And he's at his best when he is active and aggressive.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Monroe's checked in for Aaron Baines. Irving comes in for Kuzminskas. And it's Tatum in for Jaylen Brown. They grab their own miss. Feeds to Tatum. Takes the 3. Connects from three-point range. Tatum's got 15.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Bosh, the screen. Tipped away. Here's Conley. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 9.
Boy, that's a decisive move to the cup. He gives the defense no chance to react.
And Lamb kicks to Howard. The dish to Walker. Pass to Bosch. Rebounded by the Celtics. Monroe's got 3 rebounds now in this one. To the inside, Morris. Here's Conley. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Well, defenders are in the area, and that's all it took to force him to change his release.
Here's Irving. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
On the wing, Lamb. Howard against Monroe. Stolen by Monroe. Conley dishes to Morris. The kick out to Irving. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Walker with it. Conley picks him up. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
There's no doubt. They're making all the right moves. Their chemistry tonight has been phenomenal.
Screen by Howard. And Lamb kicks to Walker. Batum wide open. He fires. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
They're really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Nothing they're doing on the defensive end is working. They've got to figure something out, and fast.
The shot's good from Irving.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
And the Celtics free throw attempt differential, one thing to work on. Their opponents average about 2 more free throw attempts per game.
Right. Fortunately for the Celtics, though, they might not take a ton of free throws, but they shot an excellent percentage. So that gap in free throws made significantly smaller because of their quality shooting.
The first one falls. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Smart comes in for Michael Conley. Charlotte also making some changes. Cody Zeller's checked in for Howard. Kaminsky comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Williams in for Walker. Hayward kicks to Irving. 1:39 left in the third quarter of the game. Over Lamb. No good from Irving. Hornets have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Batum, good.
Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
Here's Tatum. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Boy, a kick-out's probably a better option when the defense is swarming around like that.
1:10 left here in the third quarter. From deep three-point range, here's Monroe, and he lays it straight in. Monroe's got 6 points.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Monroe on the double team, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Hornets.
And the one thing that jumps out at me when you look at that shot chart is just how little scoring they get from out above the free throw line extended three-point range. They've got to get more points from out high if they want to improve their offense.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Lamb. Rebounded by the Celtics. Monroe's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Nice ball movement by Boston. Irving for 3. They get it back. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. 8 points for him.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Smart. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Well, that's about anticipation. Marcus Smart jumps out, gets into the speed and transition game, and leaves no doubt.
Irving, good. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Boston on top, just dominating this one. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And here's Charlotte. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. The forwards are Kid Gilchrist and Kaminsky. Monk is out there with Carter Williams, and it's Zeller in at the center filling out the middle.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
But they get it back. And Baines kicks to Brown. And the ball travels out of bounds. Last touch by Kid Gilchrist. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Off the inbound pass. And it's Brown missing. Charlotte shooting at 46%, making some buckets. And it's blocked.
I'll tell you, don't forget about Marcus Smart's vertical. Twice on the pipes, rejects that shot.
Boston on D. Carter Williams kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Inside, Smart. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Smart's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Celtics. Here's Carter Williams. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And that one drops.
Well, the young Spaniard, Willie, a good finisher around the rim.
For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Harrison. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. For so long, the Hornets have been one of the most disciplined teams, Greg, in the NBA.
Yeah, you look at how this team takes care of the ball. And from the first guy to the last, it says something about how much pride they take in that. Minimizing turnovers goes a long way in terms of winning games. It's been a part of the basketball culture with the Hornets for quite some time.
Carter Williams kicks to Hernan Gomez. And Smart over to help. Stolen by Smart. Here's Baines. Boston, no good that time either.
No doubt it's been a rough game for him. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it as long as they hang on to the lead the rest of the way.
Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Harrison.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Carter Williams kicks to Monk. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Smart. Here's Baines. That shot, no good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Marcus Morris is checked in for Marcus Smart. The Hornets also with a sub. Stone's checked in. Carter Williams with it. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Monk. The three-pointer is right on target.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
A shot by Carter Williams, nobody around. And another shot, Hernan Gomez. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Tice. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist. Here's Stone. He's covered by Brown. Doris, there are always rumblings about teams and players who don't like what the press is writing about them, trying to ban certain media members from the locker room. What's the danger, you think, in doing that?
To me, any credentialed media should never be banned from a locker room, from an opportunity to bring their fans closer to the sport, simply because you object either about the content of the coverage or the amount of coverage does not exclude a media member from the locker room. I think it's a very dangerous precedent, Kev.
Good point. Ball's knocked loose.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
The pass to Harrison. Now Brown. Boston, no good that time either.
Boy, they're just giving him that shot. An easy opportunity for three just slips away.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Boston's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Up top, Carter Williams. No good, shot missing. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Tice, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Kicks it to Monk. Launches a 3. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kyrie Irving.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Tice, he's covered by Kid Gilchrist. Here's Morris. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Stone. There's the pick. Charlotte moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Here's Baines. Hernan Gomez covering. Baines passes to Harrison. From deep. Doesn't go for him. And here is Carter Williams. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Gordon, very nice win for you guys tonight.
You know, just proud of the way we fought. We thought we shared the basketball pretty well tonight. Played pretty solid defense as well. We got the win, so.
Great effort tonight, Gordon. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.